welcome to another edition of The Box Seat. I'm Adam McGrath and joined by Mark Olmos. Mark, another 8 races to take a look at, and of course headlined with Scales of Justice going around again.
Yeah, the Group 3 Hyperion Stakes weight for age event worth $150,000 should be a marvellous event. Welcome to all of our viewers and great to be here with you. Looking forward to getting stuck into that race. No rock magic for Scales of Justice to worry about here.
No, it's not. Disposition looks to be the biggest threat there. Looking forward to seeing those two go head to head. Let's take a look at the conditions that we are going to be faced with. The rail is at a 6 metre position. Some slight easterlies, but a perfect day for racing. Perth will be turning it on again. Let's get straight into race number 1, Mark.
Yes, it's a race for the 2-year-olds over 1,000 metres. It's the Penfolds Plate. And Adam, replay horse we'll have a look at is the last start winner, Cognac.
Inside of Cognac, going up to join them now on the outside is Thirsty Work. A length and a half significant streak, followed then by Forceful. Our Bonnie Girls under the whip starting to make up some headway, but by the 200 on the outside, Thirsty Work got its nose in front. Cognac keeps coming. It's Cognac and Thirsty Work. They're the two that are going to come away and fight it out. This will be worth a drink. Cognac on the inside, Thirsty Work went to the line almost.
Nice performance there by Cognac. Of course, won a trial by 9 lengths leading into that performance, and beat Thirsty Work, which was backed on Wednesday at Belmont Park and finished second as well. Although beating Caress Your Soul in that run, I just think that those form lines might not be as strong as some of the others in this race.
Yeah, good to see Thirsty Work come out and run well though, and Caress Your Soul, I think back to 1,000 metres is a big tick. Adam, you're on top selection here, Pearl Trade. Alan Matthews brings it to the race. It's a nice type of filly, this Daughter of Trade Fair. She can go well.
Yeah, I really like this filly. I was pretty keen on her first up as well, back on debut, and she was backed into $2.70 on that occasion, but she was very green. She went shin sore after that as well. Now, they clearly are trying to sit this filly. They tried it in the trial, and Pat Carberry was basically standing up and leaning full back, and he still couldn't stop her. I really hope they just roll to the front. She doesn't want to sit. She doesn't want to play a part in that, and she has so much natural ability. The way that she went around that field when Pat Carberry actually let her go, I think if she is to jump and run from barrier 7, she can find the front, and I think she'll be very hard to beat.
Yes, I'm all over number 4 here though, Portalian. A first starter from the Rob Moore stable. Gelding by Frost Giant out of Blondine, of course, makes it a half to La Familia Stakes winner, and of course the half to Sweet Aura, who goes around later on in the day. Dan Stake elects with this one over Thunderstruck, which is a good lead. Loved the trial, took her sit, wanted to throw the head about and wanted to go faster, but ended up getting out and hit the line very strongly, recorded 60.37 seconds. So very, very sharp trial. That's the way I'm going. Adam, who have you got on top?
Yeah, number 8, Pearl Trade here for mine. From 6, Thunderstruck, number 1, Salubrious, and 4, Portalian.
As I mentioned, I'm going with Portalian on top. Number 4 from the 6, Thunderstruck, 1, Salubrious, and 7, Caress Your Soul.
Race number 2 here at Belmont Park. It is over the 1,600 metres, an event for the 3-year-olds. Mark, some of these have gone head-to-head, but form lines are very hard to just see consistently, really, with a lot of these.
Yeah, they are, aren't they, Adam? Geiger Gem will take a look at out of that No Say In It race. No Say In It has since come out and run well.
Followed by Prince Turbo. Geiger Gem over on the outside. Queen Bay going back inside of heels. Equine Whiz getting up near the fence. At the 200, Kimbo's Girl, Swift Platinum together. Prince Turbo getting a needle eye opening. Rich Red got chopped out. Geiger Gem runs on. So does No Say In It. No Say In It. Geiger Gem, Prince Turbo, Kimbo's Girl. Geiger Gem, No Say In It. No Say In It. Geiger Gem went to the...
It was a good performance by Geiger Gem on that occasion, carrying the 59.5 kilos and finishing second. Now, did get a nice run throughout from barrier 3, but should get a similar performance again from barrier 6. Carries the 60 kilos here. As you said, No Say In It came out on Wednesday and was just narrowly beaten over 1,700 metres. I think you certainly have to consider this horse.
Yeah, coming out of that race, Adam, was also Rich Red. Desperately unlucky. We saw it getting hampered back towards the inside. Has since run on the WA day at Northam and was okay. Did have excuses. Pulled up with a slightly elevated heart rate. Willing to forgive that runner. But the Cerise and White runner here, Adam, Show Honey, has 1-2 on the bounce. 1,200 out to 1,600 metres I like, because last start we saw when chasing down Man Time, took a bit of riding to get there, and now it gets that extra 400 metres. I think it'll be much better suited over 1,600.
Yeah, I think we'll see a much improved performance here by Show Honey. She has won 2 in a row, but they haven't been brilliant, normal Cerise and White type victories, more almost workman type the way they've been going about it. I think stretching out to the 1,600 metres now is ideal. Barrier 5, the lugging bit goes on, so they'll let her relax and really just click through her gears.
Yeah, William Pike riding a few winners on Wednesday as well, getting back into some nice form there. Adam, you're on top selections?
I'm going to go with number 9, Show Honey, from 7, Persian Princess, 1, Geiger Gem, and 2, Cool Night.
Adam, I've got number 9 on top as well, Show Honey, from the 1, Geiger Gem, 3, Rich Red, and 5, Kimbo's Girl.
Race number 3 here at Belmont Park. It is a staying event over the 2100 metres, a 78 plus ratings race. And Mark, a lot of these going head to head, which saw My Magic Miss prove too strong.
Yeah, it was a great ride from Joey Azzopardi. Knows the mare so well. Let's take a look at that replay, but keep your eye out for the rest of the field running around here.
Pushed her past, quickly set sail and races past. Fathoms of Gold, Northridge, Colour Bazaar, My Magic Miss. She's flat to the floorboards, down to the 200 they come. Pushed her past, challenged by Northridge, Colour Bazaar. My Magic Miss keeps coming. She's got a second win. She's starting to knuckle. My Magic Miss, Colour Bazaar, Northridge battling. My Magic Miss the outside, Northridge the right.
Another good performance by My Magic Miss. She was a little bit tardy away, only missed it by a length this time, which was much better than the previous start. And she just continues to grind. She looked gone at the top of the straight and looked gone a couple of times as well down the straight, but she just continues to keep ticking along, going on. She's a true stayer, and I think again the extra 100 metres here is going to be a bonus, and any type of conditions where there has been a bit of sting out of the track throughout the week.
She's an interesting runner. Let's talk about her even more. She looked to be off the bit at about the 1,000 when Joseph Azzopardi decided to get going, then race wide from the 800 and put in that enormous effort to round up the entire field. Joey Azzopardi knows us so well, and Ross Price is a great trainer of these stayers. I think she can go well again. The inside draw is a little bit tricky to see where she gets to, but if she misses a start like she usually does, it could actually be a blessing. And if she goes to the back of the field, hopefully she can work her way out similarly at around the 800 metres and go right around them. Rest of the race, Adam, we had Northridge was an excellent second. The other Kersey runner, Respondent, was also good in running on. Loomed as if it would go up to challenge the winner at one stage, but looks like the grand final target for Respondent will be the Strickland in a fortnight's time. So interesting to see where these two go.
Yeah, I'm intrigued to see how a lot of those that finished behind go. I thought Northridge was a really good run. Was looking for an out at the top of the straight, didn't quite get it. Gets a 1.5 kilo swing here on My Magic Miss. Respondent was huge, going from 1,200 to 2,000 metres. Loomed as well and just peaked much better for the run. And Dark Musket, I know, is one that you and I have been following closely. The blinkers go on here. Had every chance, was looking for a bit of a gap, didn't come. But hopefully with these on now, this galloper will switch on because he's much better than we've been seeing.
Yeah, I think you can find a couple of lengths with the blinkers on. You're dead right. Colour Bazaar proved that he can match it at this class, which spells big things, I think, for next spring and summer. He can go through those grades, and I'm hoping they get towards the Perth Cup. I really think he can make it at a minimum and give it a good shake. Of course, you've got to beat the Cerise and White. Also out of that race, Adam, pre-selection looks to be back in form and pushed her past. Didn't have it all his own way. He just got bumped going past the post the first time and then had to sit outside of the leader, which wasn't ideal.
Yeah, it certainly wasn't. There was some forgive performances in that as well, but it's just a field where you can look at every runner and give a case. Rosewood Hill down the bottom with 54 kilos, been very impressive this prep as well. So if you're doing an early quaddie, you might want to be taking all of them. I'm going to go with number 2, Northridge, and going with a Kersley Quinella here. Number 1, Respondent, 3, My Magic Miss, and 5, Dark Musket.
I've got the same numbers, Adam, just in a slightly different order. Number 3, My Magic Miss, a mare in form. I'll stick with her. 5, Dark Musket, 1, Respondent, and 2, Northridge.
Race number 4 here at Belmont Park. It's a 66 plus event over the 1,200 metres. And Mark, it's a pretty strong event with a couple just dropping back in class here.
Absolutely, Adam. Couldn't have said it any better myself. Number 9, Fly Tego, is the replay horse, but keep an eye out for the unlucky Mad Brad and Lenience as well.
Top of the home straight, getting up on the inside, Mad Brad. State Solicitor called upon by Pike, and War Gods back inside of him. Coming to the 200 though, and Lenience stuck its head in front of Mr. Motown, Uptown Funk, and now State Solicitor. State Solicitor and Uptown Funk with Lenience and Mr. Motown. He has to get busy on State Solicitor, but he responds, and State Solicitor drops them off, draws clear late in the race, and the favourites.
Good performance there by Fly Tego, but for mine is just too inconsistent. Has had the 11 runs at Belmont Park and has never run in the top 3. Last start stretched out, or still over the 1,200, but just couldn't stretch out over those final stages and was beaten 6 lengths. So I'm willing to put a line through it. Mad Brad's the one that I'm really keen on taking a look at again here. 818 days without a win, but the form line's actually pretty good, and this horse just continues to find trouble. They go with Randy 10 here. I think drawing barrier 8 is a positive. They won't be curled up and stuck, and I think he's still the best horse in the field.
I'm with you, Adam. I think 59 kilos in a benchmark 66 plus is a big positive for Mad Brad. That run we saw behind State Solicitor was good, but the run before that, also behind State Solicitor and Red Paddy, was an enormous effort. They finished in a bunch. There was about a length between first and 7th. I think it's a really nice chance. Of the 3-year-olds we have in there, Sweet Aura, she's been honest, hasn't won this preparation, which is unlike her. The Celt was brilliant last start when winning. Has had a little freshen up since then, so a fair few chances. Adam, Viking Forest stretches out to 1,200 metres as well. See anything upsetting Mad Brad?
Yeah, look, I think it's an intriguer, and I think Presenter Tie is going to be the big improver, going from 1,000 to 1,200 metres, and form lines around Conceited and Star Glitter when racing over that distance. Sweet Aura is one I could definitely have as well, meeting the Celt 2 kilos better for when they ran last start for a half head as well. But I'm happy to go Mad Brad. I think we might get some each way odds from number 7 Presenter Tie, 4 Sweet Aura, and 5 the Celt.
1 Mad Brad on top for me also, from 5 the Celt, 4 Sweet Aura, and 7 Presenter Tie.